Hello, everybody. How's it going? Every time I think about how the fact that this area is underwater, that's insane. Alright, so I took a look at the map. There's a tentacool. Scrafty, we don't need. Horsey, I do need. There's just something about hunting little guys in the water in this game that is just very, very unappealing. Still no Wiglet, of course. I did not check Kitakami. What do we got here? Hoot Hoot. Spoink. The Cheddars. Go check out this tentacool outbreak. See if it has any, merit. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been over here, actually. What? No thoughts, just vibes. That's the most TikTok dialogue I've ever seen in my life. I don't think I ever have seen this girl before. No thoughts, just vibes. How's everybody doing today? What's today? Sunday? January's almost done. This month flew by. Pokemon Day, I know I keep saying this, but it really will be here before you know it. That's crazy. Okay, well, it looks like we have some good spawns here. I love this little tiny itty bitty bit of coral reef that they put in here. All right. I need both Tentacool and Tentacruel. It's funny because I have Toadscool and Cruel, but I don't have the OGs. That usually doesn't happen. That usually does not happen. Yeah, we're gonna do Conquest next week, chat. I haven't decided on a day. I'll tweet about it before I do. I have the thumbnail done already. I just need to work on a layout since it is a DS game, so both screens are needed, so I gotta have both screens on the ready. That game is very difficult to find good screenshots for. I had to really scrape the bowels of the internet to get a good screenshot for Conquest. I try not to look at too much, though. I'm committed to going into that game blind, so I didn't look at, like... No spoils, you know. No spoils. Yeah, I got no idea. Which is crazy, because, you know, most Pokemon games I have played. You got 71 Pokemon left to get research level 10. You're getting there, Braylon. You're getting there. That's pretty good. The shiny charm will pay off. Yeah, we're gonna go into Conquest fully blind. I got no idea what's going on, what the story is, who's in it. I think Garchomp's in the game, so that's good. I still have my Conquest poster up on my wall. It came with my Nobunaga Zekrom figure that I got many, many moons ago. They had a Zekrom figure with Nobunaga, and then whatever the character who has Articuno, he also got a figure. I was insane for collecting Zekrom. Let me tell you, chat. Collecting legendary Pokemon is... I did a legendary and a starter in Gen 10, or Gen 10, Gen 5. Why'd I say Gen 10? Ben 10. Ben 10, Gen 10. I have no idea how long Conquest is. Let's see. I assume long. It just seems like one of those games that would be long. How long is Pokemon Concierge? Pokemon Concierge is far too short. Okay, main story. Average seems to be 13 hours and 40 minutes. Mains plus extra seems to be 54 hours. Mamma mia. When did that game come out? It came out in 2012. Oh my god. The game came out in 2012. March 17th, 2012. That was like a few months before I graduated high school. I would have thought it was like 2010. Crazy. Interesting. Yeah, it has some really nice character art in it. I accessed a Google Doc that had high scans of all of the art so I could get one for my thumbnail. I really do hope Pokemon Day we get an announcement for a side game, chat. I've been itching for another side game, even if it's like just a mystery dungeon or something. Oh yeah, we got another set of events announced, so the raids are pretty boring. No interest in, what was it, Fluttermane and somebody else. Their raids are just gonna be flop after flop, I have a feeling. And then we got a new Outbreak event, but it looks like it's not shiny boosted. It looks like it is marks this time. So it's Gulpin, Launcher, Stunky, and Skrelp. Yeah, it was Jugulus, wasn't it? It was Jugulus. Somebody brought Iron Jugulus to the VGZ event in Charlotte and won on stream with it, which was cool. Never in my days did I think I would see Iron Jugulus show up. Oh my god, Golden Go is drowning. No! No! Golden Go just got sucked into the infinite ocean. Shoot, I missed the message. Was I done yet? I I have to assume it's Gulpin and Kralauncher are Violet and Stunky and Skrelp are Scarlet, right? I mean, I would love for Gulpin to show up so I could get that shiny, but... If it had raised shiny odds, I would almost pester Tyler to open Violet again so I could come over. So you can... Oh, I see, Justin. Yeah, it didn't really clarify. I mean, if Gulpin and Kralauncher are in my game, I'm down. I don't need Stunky and I don't need Skrelp, so... Getting, Actually, do I need Skrelp? Hold on. Hold my phone. I do need Skrelp. But here's the thing. It's not raised shiny odds. It's all about marks again. Which is interesting. Please get back up on the island. Thank you. Can I picnic here? Kind of in a weird spot. I like all the seahorse Pokemon. Horsey's line, I will continue to advocate for Horsey, man. Horsey's line is so underrated. I love Kingdra. Seadra's really cool. They're so underrated. I have an old figure of Horsey that came in one of those Pokeballs that I love. Yeah, shout out to the Horsey line. And then I like Dragalge and Skrelp because they're cool too. Why do I feel like I'm getting less spawns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8, 9, 10. Why didn't they put Staryu in the game? It would have been perfect on the rocks over here. Or Corsola. Alright, that's probably all that's gonna spawn. Bruh. Where's the sweet spot here? Bring back the national decks. I need them to see the environmental potential of those Pokemon, you know? Maybe if I go over here... I shiny hunted for like 4 hours for Tentacruel, so I hope Tentacruel doesn't betray as much. You know what? This sucks. Guess I'll just climb the mountain and come back down. We could go talk to Vibe Check over here. No thoughts, just vibes. No thoughts, just vibes. I remember when Starmie was, I remember using Starmie, was it like Gen 4? Starmie could have had a cool paradox. Why are we getting Deerling over here, dude? Wherever I go, the deers be following. "13 of 28 unknowns, nice. Sometimes I think one of my favorite shinies that I tend to forget about that I got was Unknown N. from PLA. Maybe at some point I should go and try to get the other letters. Yeah, I hope my next shiny unknown is an O. Ouija board with the unknowns, and they just spell no. Unknown Z and Heart Gold Soul Silver. That's awesome. Unknown is such a neat Pokemon. And I find a good place to picnic. It's not my fault you guys put so many slopes down here. I should have memorized where I set up that picnic once. See, this is what I mean about water spawns, chat. They stink. Oh. We get far enough away? Yes. It's from Hoenn. Where do you get unknown in Hoenn? Unknown's cry is like permanently embedded into my brain. That Pokemon has such a unique little cry. What's up, Two Heart? Now I'm not getting anything to spawn. Hello? Nothing is spawning. Game? Knock knock. Can you spawn my jellyfish? Thank you. I would appreciate if you spawned my jellies. Jennifer Coolidge beat in the Minecraft movie. That's so funny. Inspired casting. Come on, where's my blue friend? This is why Tentacool is a better one, because I'll actually be able to see it, and it's not like 5 feet in under the water. Where do you... Is unknown in wormholes and auras? I don't even remember. Wait, Mirage Island? One of the few places in a Pokemon game that I've never been. I don't even think I went there via, like, action replay. Maybe I did. I mean, it's really not that interesting. It's a totally unique, rare as heck place. But at the same time, it's not... Like, it's got some berries, and why not? But let me tell you, I checked many times. I was always knocking at that old man's door, hoping he would see it. Gen 3 had so many, little weird quirks like that that make it such a fun generation. Gen 3 it was a great gen for the feeling of exploration. Oh, the Mirage places you fly to. I remember not loving that gimmick, so I didn't do it that much. As Oraz's biggest hater. I was looking at everybody's trainers at the VGC event today, and there was a fellow yeehaw cowboy out there. Only one person I saw had a cowboy hat. Theirs was blue. But I was happy that somebody had a cowboy hat. It's always funny to see people competing in VGC, and you can tell they're still using the, like, default trainer from the base game. Alright, let's see. Gotta happen. Old mystery and exploration of older games. I completely agree. I think if they're gonna stick with this open world concept in Pokemon, I really need there to be more reasons to explore the world. Like, I don't know if you do that with cosmetics, or... like, how can you do, like, Breath of the Wild armor? Because that's what made, like, Breath of the Wild so satisfying. You go through you find a weird little dungeon, and you get to the end where they have that, like, area with the treasure chests, and it was always like, ooh, what's in here? This game just doesn't have any of that. It's like, I keep saying this. There are very few items in this game that that are hard to get in abundance. Like, there are no really rare feeling items anymore. Like, if apricorn balls were spread out, sure. But it's like, what am I gonna find? Like a rare candy? Whoopee. Or like a nugget? That's not exciting. I need them to have some more exciting items than just healing potions or like a nugget, you know? They tried to do... I wonder if they're gonna bring back the crafting from PLA. They're obviously very interested in having a crafting mechanic. Because we have the TRs in this game, which... I don't know. I feel like it doesn't really add anything to the experience in this game. What do you guys think? Like, crafting TRs and stuff is just... not satisfying in any way. Like, using the materials for the lottery machine is exciting, I guess, but it just feels undercooked. Yeah, I hate crafting them too. It's just like... can we just go back to TMs being infinite again? I kind of miss when TMs were infinite. It's like they couldn't think of any other thing to have as a crafting thing, so they're like, well, let's just ruin TMs. I think that's a stretch, Tyler. Music boom? What are you talking about? Your arms hurt from all the reaching you're doing? See, TMs have always been CDs. What are you talking about? Yeah, crafting balls is interesting. I feel like PLA did a little bit more with the crafting system. And the fact that you could pick up, you know, actual herbs and stuff and they were on the map instead of just sparkles. I would have loved to have been able to craft apricorn balls. That would have been so sweet. Really wish they would stop treating apricorn balls like they're rarer. I mean, they're like more rare than master balls. They regularly are like, here, have just like 5 master balls on us, guys. I don't know, like, people were really into the machine when the DLC first came out, but I haven't really felt... Oh my god. Holy shit, I got that glitch, chat. Oh my god. I was driving the invisible boatmobile. Oh, I wish I could do that permanently. That's so funny. Quick, somebody get Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Corridon got painted by an invisible paintbrush. Do 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 do. That's one of my favorite graphical glitches in this game. Oh, that's funny. Come on, Tentacool, don't betray like your evolved form has. Also, my next shiny, chat, is shiny 669. I got 666 yesterday, and I got Scolipede and Whirlipede in a hosted raid in Sword. I added some shiny boogs to the collection. Ugh, the lag every time I jump up on this mountain. I'm surprised they haven't done, like, cosmetics that are rare and scattered around the maps. I feel like that would be an easy way to, I'd like to see more randomness, too. I think it'd be neat if they shuffled the location of... Let's pretend they did add, like, cosmetics or something. It'd be neat if they like shuffled the locations. Speaking of RNG, Smogon permanently banned sleep in OU. At what point are you even playing Pokemon anymore? Like, they can do whatever they want. I don't care. But at the same time, it's like... I don't know. Like, that's such a core mechanic of Pokemon. I feel like when you just permanently outright ban it, it just kind of defeats the point. Like, ban Darkrai. Apparently Darkrai was the problem child. Like, just ban Darkrai. I don't know. Smogon has always had a crusade against sleep, so... I mean, sleep... The actual mechanic itself, I guess. I personally think freeze is the most, frustrating mechanic. I don't know. Pokemon is just RNG. It always has been. Wish I would stream more of my Sword Shield raids. Here's the thing, it really isn't that interesting. It's mostly me sitting here just waiting to get in. It really isn't that interesting. I'm not sure it would be good viewing content. It's not like Dynamax Adventures where it's, you know, I usually just open the game, get online, wait. A lot of times I wait a long time because some of the hosted raid dens have a boatload of Pokemon in them and they all have different percentage chances of showing up. So sometimes I want, or I need something that's pretty rare and I just have to sit there and wait for like 40 minutes until it cycles to the Pokemon I want. I don't know, maybe next time I do Dynamax Adventures, if anybody's hosting anything I need, we could do a few. Yeah, freeze has always been an interesting mechanic. I mean, they experimented changing it they experimented with changes in PLA. But to me, PLA's whole battle system just felt weird, so I don't know how I feel about those changes. One card combos. I don't know, like I said, they could clearly do whatever they want, but at the same time, like, it's Pokemon, you know? Amoongus crying in the club right now. I mostly mention that just in case people are wondering why my numbers are going up. Agile and strong? Is that what the styles were called? Did anybody really like those? I have to ask. Were those anybody's favorite? I never felt like they clicked. I don't know. What's up, good? They ruined a bunch of card art. I hate when they do that. Oh, speaking of cards, chat, if you were going to enter the illustration contest for Pokemon, I think it's closing soon, so if you are an artiste and you want to enter, don't forget. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Clunky, a good idea on paper. I agree. Alright, you ready? I know who that is. Who's that Pokemon, chat? Who is it? I know who that is. I'll give you a hint, chat. Gen 3. Gen 3. I can't play it again. It's always set to random. Yep. Big Cacturn got it. It was Gorbis. That was indeed the cry of our dear friend and menace of the seas, Gorbis. Hey, I mean, good guess. Because it's not like we've really seen Gorbis, Clamperl, or Huntail in a pretty long time. Like, I could go Shiny Hunt, Clamperl, and BDSP, I guess, but... I don't know, Clamperl would have been another Pokemon I would have liked to have seen in this game that I'm sad was left out. You could have put Clamperl on the beach or something. Kind of a bummer. Another Gen 3 Pokemon lost. What's up, Space? Yeah, justice for Clamperl. For real, for real. List 5 lines I would throw out from Scarlet and Violet. Oh, okay. Starly. Gone. Shinx, I feel like has been... These are all going to be like from Gen 4, because we've just had so much Gen 4 lately. Starly, Shanks. I mean, Pokemon like Deerling annoy me, but at the same time, we need a Deerling back, so... Let's see, who else? Who else should we throw out from Scarlet and Violet, chat? Gyarados? I mean, Magikarp and Gyarados, I really feel like need to take a break. I love them. But at the same time, like, do they need to be in every game? Same thing with Psyduck and Golduck. TBH. Let's see. Alright, I need one more then. Gengar? Why Yanma? Why is Yanma catching strays? I mean, I can't disagree about Pikachu, but at the same time, like, it's the franchise mascot, and it's going to be in every generation game. No matter what. It's like Eevee. Like, I could certainly list Eevee, but it's just like Pikachu in that regard. It will just always be here because it's a big marketing Pokemon. Yeah, I guess Yanma was in PLA. But it's also, like, in one area in Kitakami. I feel like it really isn't that common to be a nuisance. Pokemon like Golduck are all over the original map and are very annoying. Let's see. Anybody else? Okay, Buizel. Buizel and Floatzel. I don't know why they're in here. Like, they have had, like, multiple games in a row at this point. I do not know why they were back in this game. just eliminate low kicks. I agree, Midnight. I do not enjoy that bug design at all. Honestly, I know Wiglet and Wugtrio got, you know, exist, but does Diglett need to be in every game? I feel like Diglett is in a lot of games. What 5 Gen 9 Pokemon would I remove? What generation is Enamorus from? Enamorus 5 times. Spidops. Low kicks. I pretty much like most Gen 9 Pokemon is the thing. Paldean Tauros. The rest are just all the different types of Paldean Tauros. Yeah, I get Wattrel and Kilowattrel out of here, Bombardier. Oh, Mabostiff. Both Mabostiff and Mash Chief. Eliminated. Belly Bolt. You know what? Get rid of Tadbulb. I don't know, maybe like Galarian Mime. Jugulus. Yeah, get rid of Jugulus. Get rid of Treads. Tread the thread. Yeah, I'm not sure why they did that for both Donphan and Volcarona. Like, keep Slitherwing and Tusk, because they're the superior versions. And then just pick another Pokemon. Like, what? Why two of the same Pokemon instead of, like, Kecleon and Gothitelle? Shiny Tentacool is blue. It's a very noticeable one. I'll notice it if it shows up. Iron Wurmple. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Actually, Tentacool shiny. I'm thinking about... No, it's green. I don't know why I said blue. It's purple and green. My bad. I was like, wait a minute. I said blue, but I don't think that's right. It's green. Yes, Chad, I corrected myself. Thanks. Iron Wurmple. What would you call Iron Wurmple, chat? A Paradox Wurmple. Iron Caterpillar. Iron Silk. Iron Infinity. Iron Party Hat. That's what these games are missing, chat. Party hats. Iron Chrysalid. Ooh, I like that one, Tyler. I mean, I like Paldean, Wooper, and Clodsire. I think they're great. I am pretty happy with that. Because every time they make a form of, like, your favorite Pokemon, it's always like, oh no, are they gonna blow it? But I feel like for Wooper, for Paldean Wooper, I feel like they nailed it. I like Paldean Woopa a lot. I think it's neat. Yeah, Cloudsire's cool. I wish it was maybe a bit more competitive, but what can you do? Yeah, that's something I think is really interesting. All the different costumes and skins that are in Go, Unite, etc., etc. A lot of Unite skins are really boring. And they definitely are targeting their main audience, which is China. A lot of the cultural references are, you know, don't always land. But when they did like Snorlax in a citrus berry costume, like that's just great. Oh yeah, I saw that they're bringing Inteleon. I tell you, chat, Inteleon is popular in Japan. It's like Dapper Inteleon. I feel like when I say that, people don't believe me. What's your favorite alt look for a Pokemon, chat? Like the clones of Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise that have the stripes, or all the different Pikachus, or maybe something like Crystal Onyx. Which one is your favorite, chat? Or like the pink Pokemon from the Orange Islands. People will not let go Crystal Onyx. I saw something about Crystal Onyx just like today. I see tweets and merchandise, third party of course, not official, merchandise made of Crystal Onyx all the time. Pink Butterfree, Southern Belle Pikachu. Oh, the Varencia Islands? Is that it? I think I know what you're talking about, Tyler. And honestly, the striped clones of Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise are so cool. That's the one thing that would bring me back to Pogo if they re-release those. I'm so sad I missed out on them. Yeah, Onyx isn't even in the game. That's how dedicated they were to keeping Onyx from being Crystal Onyx. They didn't even put the man in the game. Onyx and Steelix are not in here. Crazy. No fun allowed. Cleopatra Island. Cleopatra is canonical in the Pokemon lore? I do a sandwich. Tentacruel's bugging me and I need to get two. I need Tentacool and Tentacruel, so maybe I'll do a Sammy for this one. Oh, the Kecleon brothers? Yeah, they really did not want Onyx getting crystallized. They were like, no. I don't think so. Alright, I think I might do poison. Let me consult my sandwich guide. Okay, for poison, I need noodles. We need the noodles. Just a dry, crusty pile of noodles. Those look like they've been sitting under like a heat lamp all day. Alright, salty and then either sweet, spicy, or sour. So what do you say? I feel like Pogo's costumes have just gotten way worse lately. I don't know. I haven't been wowed by any of the Fashion Week Pokemon costumes in like a good few years. What if we put a cap on Curlia? Yum! Starch on starch. My favorite. Delicious. Okay. The game wasn't like letting me exit at for a second. I mean, the thing about Palworld is, besides the designs, it really is not like any Pokemon game at all. Oh my god. Well, that was fast. Alright, well that was quick. What's up, man? We got a green-purple friend. That took exactly 0.5 seconds. Ooh, what a good shiny. What a good shiny. Look at the green. The colors on this boy, girl, be poppin'. Alright. Yeah, Ted said, love, big fan of starch. Cool. None of these are speaking to me, chat. I'm telling you, we need another Pokeball that's purple that's not the Master Ball. I can't take it anymore. I might do Lux. I don't know. Alright, perfect. Chat, give it up for shiny number 669, everybody. 669. Let's go. Nice. Nice. Oh my god, when the tide goes out, dehydrated Tentacool can be found left behind on the shore. That's so sad! That's so sad. Ugh, it's so slimy. Alright, nice. Well, we got one. Time to get one more, chat. Can I finish the family off? Yeah, what a great shiny. Gen 1 has a few duds as far as shinies go, so... It's nice that Tentacool has a really good one. Another Pokemon that dries up. Alright. Let's look for another one. Am I gonna get Palworld? The discourse over the game is truly insane, chat. I am seeing people losing their minds over it, and I really don't get it. Like, the amount of misinformation, vitriol, nastiness over it is truly insane. I'm not sure if I do get it, it's not something I think I don't know if I want to stream it. So many tweets that are like, this doesn't bode well for the industry. People buying up this AI-generated slop. And when you ask them for proof evidence of the AI generation, they're just like, look at that Meowth copycat. It has the same Cheshire smile. One thing I've noticed is that nobody seems to understand what the word plagiarism means. Nintendo was gonna sue, they would have done it already. But they're not, because they would have no grounds. I don't know. One thing I think is interesting is that the game is selling a lot. And I think that just goes to show you how fed up people are with these games. These games being Pokemon. And then you have a lot of Pokemon people that are taking weird offense to it. I mean, it's marketing itself as Pokemon with guns. I've seen a few people that were like, why is this game even doing well? And it's like, are you serious? People are just putting their heads in the sand. You can't think why this game would be successful. Yeah, I mean, who knows if the game will stand the test of time. Temtem certainly didn't. Yeah, it's people are taking that quote from the CEO and running with it, and then using that to spread misinformation. You really think people would do that? Get really overly emotional and spread lies on the internet? Yeah, it's not gonna I really don't see how it would affect Game Freak whatsoever. Again, if you would actually, like, play it or watch somebody play it, it is not like Pokemon. Outside of the designs, it is not... You know, it's more like a Rust or a Factorio or a RimWorld. And I've seen, like, enough people defending Palworld that are like, oh, look at Monster Quest, though. Pokemon copied all their shit from Monster Quest. Can I trade you? Can I trade you? Can I trade you? No. In the middle of shiny hunting. Drop what you're doing and trade me. I don't know. I've also seen like people posting the sheep and being like, it's just Wooloo, as if cartoon round sheep are a thing that only Pokemon owns. Yeah, I've seen people post the Shaman versus the Hedgehog in Pal World, and it's like, these are not the same. I saw somebody doing like Superior versus a blue snake pal, and it's like, these are not the same. Are you people on crack? Like, what is this? This is not plagiarism. Nobody seems to understand what the word plagiarism is. Plagiarism is a direct copy. It is passing off somebody else's work as your own. They may be derivative of Pokemon, but they're not direct copies, no matter what people are saying. It's not plagiarism. Like, I feel like I'm going insane, chat. The artistic integrity of this billion-dollar corporation. Like, people are getting so upset about it. And I really don't understand why. Like, cute monsters is not a concept Pokemon owns. Sorry. And then I've seen a lot of tweets from, like, Palworld is doing so well, but Digimon Cyber Sleuth didn't do well at all. And it's like, maybe because Digimon Cyber Sleuth is a fucking boring game, dude. Maybe if Bandai made good Digimon games, you could have an argument, but they don't, so... It's watching people like seethe with jealousy. It's so weird. I don't know, if anything, it's just interesting that the game is doing so well. And, like, there are plenty of valid criticisms you can have towards Palworld. But people are just making up lies and then providing, like, no proof when they're confronted with it. Just like, look at Cinderace and look at this vaguely similar green rabbit. They're the same. Yeah, exactly. Like, nobody's bringing up the fact that other video game companies are heavily invested in AI shit. You think anybody's gonna be bringing up any of those threads when the next the next Final Fantasy game comes out? No way. It's also been funny watching people, like, defend copyright so hard. Like, copyright is a capitalistic idea, but it should be good, though, when it's on a franchise I like, actually. Yeah, I mean, Bandai uses AI translation for their shitty graphic, it's not even a graphic novel, for their shitty novels with Digimon. They don't even hand translate them. They just throw them through a machine. That's how little they care. I don't know. I've seen some really strange leaps in logic. Like, Pal World means that we're just gonna see AI-generated slop from now on. And it's like, what are you people talking about? What are you talking about? Also, Palworld has been in development for many years. This game didn't just appear overnight. Games are not just developed in a very short time span like that. You can find trailers for the game years ago, before all the AI stuff really took off. Like, it's totally possible that... Like, those quotes from the CEO look terrible. But, like, what video game CEO is a good guy? What video game CEO is, like, a good person? Yeah, I agree, Tyler. It's really buck wild to see the vitriolic response to it. Like, the community manager for Palworld was saying how many threats they got, and it's just like, why are people so fucking unhinged? What does the community manager have to do with anything? Why are you making this person's life a nightmare for no reason? I've also seen some, like, weirdly racist stuff, like, oh, Palworld must be Chinese because it's just a cheap rip-off garbage. Like, would it kill people to do, like, any amount of, like, quick Google search before they spit shit online? It's wild, dude. It's absolutely wild. If you don't like it, don't play it. Yeah, it's a Japanese company. It is a Japanese company. That post about the slave thing was so peak Twitter. Truly peak Twitter. I mean, when people say I run by shinies, it's usually not correct. I assume it's a troll. You missed 15 shiny Poplios. Also, it really isn't that big of a deal if I do. I mean, I stared a shiny Paldean Tauros right in the face and walked away, so... Sometimes that just happens. I don't know. It's not that serious. I mean, I am multitasking. I'm reading chat, and I have my screen in front of me, so... Yeah, Pokemon is serious business, apparently. I mean, it's the same reason why so many people take criticism of Scarlet and Violet so personally. People just get way too invested into these big franchises and think of it as a part of their own personality instead of a billion-dollar corporation. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not lost to me that all the people that are posting the big long lists of similarities with Pokemon and pals usually have like a Carmine profile picture. It's like, these corporations aren't your friend, dude. Why are you going to bat so hard for a corporation that doesn't care you even exist? I mean, it's good that you did that. It's good to take a step back sometimes. It's perfectly fine to be a big fan of stuff, but when you start to, you know, take things so personally, criticisms against a franchise so personally, it's like, calm down. Take it easy, son. It's a drawing. You know, little did I know that H-Bomb's video would inspire so many people to watch a video and then not understand what plagiarism means. Yeah, it's like, I mean, all the catching Pokemon. Pokemon relies so much on friendship, but is it not just some type of cockfighting? Like, it's fictional. It's not real. It's fictional monsters. I have played a ton of RimWorld, and let me tell you, I haven't been inspired to go out and start human trafficking. It's weird to see people using rhetoric from boomers about, like, angry, violent video games. Like, it's the same shit. It is the same thing. It's like, do these people listen to themselves? That's a parody article. H-Bomber guy isn't doing anything against them. That's a parody article. Harry would never do that. He put out a very long video about YouTubers who plagiarize, and people are just making a joke about it. I mean, because all the people in his video were actually plagiarizing, taking other people's work and pretending it was their own. Because that's what plagiarism is. Yeah. Good old hard drive. Yeah, I don't even know if Harry's a big Pokemon guy. I mean, Big Joel talked about it in a Twitter thread today, Pal World, and people were getting so angry and condescending at him. It's crazy. I mean, a lot of Pokemon people have been playing Pal World. I know Shofu's streaming it right now. I'm sure your Pokemon people like Joe will never play it, but there are a lot of Pokemon people playing it. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some tweets that literally said, if you're playing this game, then I'm going to, like, you're a piece of shit and I'm gonna judge you. All while spouting the same misinformation. Like, people have been saying they're, like, taking models from Pokemon and putting them in the game, and it's like, what are you talking about? Where is the proof of any of this? Like, people are just making up lies, and everybody is just running with it. This is, like, I swear, this is why I just feel like nothing in common with most Pokemon fans. Like, why are you like this? I'm sure people are blowing up Centro for that. I don't know, it's like, why is this game giving people brain poisoning? It's like that tweet I saw of somebody who was like, this is just superior. And it was a blue snake that honestly looked more like Dragonair than superior. But it's like, these are... Game Freak doesn't own snakes! Like, what is this? And they posted another one that was like, this is just Giratina's face. No, it's not? What? I'm losing my mind. There was another monster game people were talking about. Cassette something? That looked kind of neat. Cassette Beast, yeah. Has anybody tried out Cassette Beast? I mean, for all the comparisons Pokemon and Digimon get, that's another those are two franchises that are very not alike. Honestly, chat, you want to know my hottest take of all? I think Digimon would have been a better Pal World than Pokemon. Bandai could have been cooking a real masterpiece. I think having Digimon in Pal World makes more sense than Pokemon. Do like a Digimon world, but for a modern audience with modern game aesthetics, that could totally work. Have a whole village of Digimon that do tasks for you. Instead, it's just boring visual novels and turn-based boring garbage. Yeah, that's because Digimon stuff gets no budget. The sad truth of it is that Bandai is not confident in the franchise, and so they don't give it any budget. So a lot of Digimon projects are made with like 100 yen. 100 yen in a dream. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely criticize the try-hard furry number 69 pal. Like, guys, you gotta go for it. It's funnier when it's unintentional. Not funny. Didn't laugh. I mean, I say that, but, like, I checked the Pal World trending tag on Twitter earlier, and I already saw fan art of it. I've already seen fan art of that thing. Yeah, I saw a tweet that was like, besides the frame rate in Scarlet and Violet, it's a perfect game. It's the best Pokemon game. And it's like, that is wild that people think that. I mean, feel free to think that, but this game has many more problems than just the frame rate, but okay. It's just very weird to see people. I've seen multiple people say that. If barren, empty, contentless, lacking puzzles, good mechanics, and any sort of post-game is your type of Pokemon game, then sure, I guess. Yeah, I've seen a few people say that, and it's like, huh? Like, this game doesn't hold a candle to the S-tier Pokemon games. Even besides the performance issues, which some people, you know, some Pokemon fans say don't even exist. Some Pokemon fans are gaslighting themselves that they don't even have slowdown or performance issues. Hey, we got them right in the nick of time. What's up, Tentacool? Let's go. Beautiful. What's up, my friend? Alright, perfect. This will be 670. That's crazy, chat. Oh my god. That is crazy. So let me mark off both Tentas. Ooh, 670, so satisfying. Here's the thing about Pokemon games. Almost all of them are fun. Like, even a lot of the bad ones with questionable pacing and stuff like that. Pokemon just has a fun formula. They're all fun games in their own ways. It's just, if you look at them against other Pokemon games or other video games, I feel like they just can be so much more. Alright, let's go heal, and I will evolve this. I also think it's wild how many people formulate, tons of Pokemon opinions, but have only ever played, like, one Pokemon game. It's so funny when people shit on Generations and then you can absolutely tell they never played them. It's like, what are you doing? Huh? I hate Gen 1. It sucks and it aged poorly, and also I'm 18 years old and never played it before. Okay. Look at Tentacool go, chat. Look at that green. This is a beautiful shiny. Shifty eyes, McGee. Eh. Eh. Yeah, or Gen 1ers, yeah. That's the opposite side of that coin. On one hand, you have the Zoomers that came into Pokemon late and hate all the original gens that people grew up and loved, and then on the other side of that you have people that only ever played like Gen 1 and are like, Pokemon really ran out of ideas. Oh, beautiful! Tentacruel rules. What a cool Pokemon. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa, Tentacruel's pretty quick. I always think of the anime intro. Tentacruel smashing the buildings. Speaking of the anime, I watched some clips of Ash roasting everybody from the original anime, and somebody commented that Ash sounded really nasally. And apparently Veronica Taylor was going for like a Rudolph impression? That's crazy. I did not know that. Because yeah, if you go back and watch the dubbed anime, Ash sounds very like congested. He's so real. Alright, look at this. We're on a Gen 1 roll. Oh god, I remember that. I remember all the initial backlash against Genshin because it was like Breath of the Wild. You're totally right. Now you can hate Genshin for being cringe and having the most annoying fans in the world, but back then people were like, it's too much like Breath of the Wild. Alright, I think we're going to... I'm going to save again, then we'll flip for a new Outbreak. If Tentacruel could hold 8 AK-47s. Boy, is there a game idea I have for you. Yeah, Veronica Taylor's great. I love her. Alright, let's see. Pyroar, nope. Nobody. Do I need this lad? I think I might. Yeah, I do. Okay. Delusion. Well, hold on. Let's check. Gayasly. Azumarill. Skip Plume. Why didn't they give Jumpluff a Paradox? Where's the love for Jumpluff? After doing the voice so much, I know. I keep getting these targeted like matchups between like 1 million Toads versus 1 million Bowsers, and they're always playing Toad remixes, like Toad singing Chandelier. It's like, how do these people's vocal cords not explode? Can you actually, I might bring out Golden Go for this. Jumpluff is perfect as is. Jumpluff is great. I do enjoy Jumpluff. Dogen. Make sure I get the shiny right. So it's vaguely blue. That's our only tell. It is vaguely blue. You get him too at midnight? They're weirdly captivating. They're weirdly captivating. What can I say? Hi. How you doing, Otto? Hello. 1 million toads fighting 1 million toadettes. Toadette can use her mushroom hair as to her advantage. Oh no, you're 150 in and no blue circuitry? That sucks. I almost did a Dynamax tonight. I briefly considered it. What's up, Destruggle? I got Tentacool and another Tentacool, so I evolved it into Tentacruel, and now we're doing, we just got over here and started doing Delusion. I don't know what made me think of this, chat, but I was watching the VGC event at Charlotte, and they said Archaludon in a way I was not expecting, and it got me questioning if I'm saying it correctly. They were saying, like, Archaludon? How do you say Archaludon correctly? Archaludon. Archaludon. Like, it's spelled Archaludon. I've always just said Archaludon. But now they got me questioning it. Archaludon. Yeah, maybe they were saying that, like, Archaludon? The Don. Archaludon. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, at first, because I've been playing the VOD I've been having the YouTube VOD up when I've been working in the as background noise, and they said they said Archaludon, and I was like, what the hell did she just say? I was like, what? Archaludon. Udon noodles. My favorite. I'm still not over the Iono thing, chat. Like, Iono just sounds so wrong. I swear I thought it... I just want to say Iono. I don't want to say Iono. Iono! Like, Iono! Don't look now, Corridor, but he's right behind us. Oh my god. Dang, is Goldengo like the best Let's Go Pokemon? Goldengo rules. Audino versus Audino. Audino. I don't know. I don't know. One of the casters has a lot of interesting ways of saying Pokemon names. And I like to think the way she said it is that the other caster just copied what she was saying. Like, she was the one that said Kyurem. Kyurem. Sounds like a bladder infection. Sorry, but I'm diagnosing you with Kyurem. Thanks for the good luck. Alright, this is a very subtle shiny. I'm hoping I'll be able to notice it if it shows up. A terrible case of the Kyurem. And if I get this, I'll have the whole Solosis family done, but I don't know if I have anybody from Goth's family. Gothitelle shiny is considerably worse than Reuniclus, but I still really like that Pokemon. Great version exclusives. That's the best when they both games have a really good version exclusive. But yeah, reminder chat, we're gonna be checking out Pokemon Conquest next week. It's a long game, so I'll probably do some shiny hunting in between the Conquest streams. But I'm excited to try it out. I hope it has good music. Has anybody played Conquest? Does it have good music? Most Pokemon games have good music. But I don't know if I've ever heard a Conquest track before. Goooooo. Goooooo. It has some good beats. Okay, I would figure because it's a Pokemon game. Alright, you're good to go, Otto. Thank you for your services. My thoughts on BDSP? I mean, it's like I said, even like bad Pokemon games are fun to play. To some extent. I think as a remake, it fails catastrophically. But I enjoyed using, like, Manaphy on my team. It was fun to have unique Pokemon I've never really used before, like Manaphy. That was cool. Shout out to Buble. But here's the thing about me is that I'm not the biggest fan of Sinnoh. I think it's a rather boring region, and so I was excited for remakes because I was like, maybe I'll get some more appreciation for Sinnoh, and that's not what happened. That's not what happened. I mean, I guess I like Sinnoh and PLA. Does that count? Let's just sandwich reset for this one. Or, not sandwich, picnic. Yeah, shout out to Phil the Carnivine. Like, if I had to play any like, Sinnoh game, I would probably play Platinum. I think not having anything from Platinum really in the game was... Like, why? You know? Platinum, I feel like, is one of the third games that added the most. Like, all the stuff with Giratina was so cool, and the galactic base was far more interesting in Platinum, and Cynthia had nothing to do in BDSP. They actually gave her something to do in Platinum. My first shiny in Scarlet was Choodle. Shout out to Choodle. If Fortnite did? Fortnite doesn't have any Nintendo characters in it, do they? I don't know, that depends. I would be intrigued, I'll tell you that. Yeah, Cynthia does nothing in Diamond and Pearl. Absolutely diddly jack squat. Just like the cutscene with Giratina coming out of the ground is so cool and iconic. And I was really sad to not see the distortion world. Gen 4, Sinnoh also has some of my least favorite, like, HMs. I do not enjoy Rock Climb. I do not like Defog. That has a lot of dud HMs for me. Yeah, Defog stinks. You confused it with Platinum? I mean, it's just an ugly game. Like, I can't believe I was so blown away by playing Let's Go the other day. That game really does look great. I don't understand why they didn't just take that engine and that look for BDSP. Like, they already had it all right there. I don't get it. Like, the My Sims look of it is just not my favorite. And a lot of people pushed back on me when that trailer first came out. I remember there was a lot of people defending the look of BDSP, the My Sims look. Which, I mean, if you enjoy the art style of it, that's fine, of course. But I see a lot less of that these days, is all I'm saying. It does. It looks like a cheap mobile game. It's tainted Pokemon remakes for me. Like, when people are like, I hope Pokemon Black and White remake looks like this, I'm like, why do you want Black and White remakes? I want something different. I've been scarred. I mean, even as much as Let's Go looks good, it's still an empty Gen 1 game. Like, if I want Gen 1 with content, I'll go play Fire Red Leaf Green. And like I said, I wanted to give Sinnoh another chance. I mean, Garchomp is my favorite Pokemon. I have a lot of Pokemon I love in Sinnoh, and I was hoping it would make me appreciate it more, and it just didn't. I gave it a chance, man. I give every Pokemon game a chance. I don't ever go into a game being like, I want to hate this. That is just not something I ever do. You know, games are expensive. I want them to be worth it. I don't ever just buy a $70 game or a $60 game just for the hell of it. I want my money's worth, you know? Yeah, I mean, my favorite Gen 1 game is still Fire Red Leaf Green. I mean, for as terribly as some of the mechanics, like the inventory age, I still love Red, Blue, Yellow. Did I get my money's worth with Tears of the Kingdom? Oh, I did put many hours into it. I mean, I did have fun with... No, stop. Golden Ghost, stop. Stop, 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 stop. Ooh, that's a hard question, Braylon. That's a hard question. I had a lot of fun with the game at the time, but as time goes on, it ages worse and worse, in my opinion. And I've seen a lot of other people say this too. It did provide me with a lot of really fun, exciting gameplay moments. But as I continue to think on the game and a lot of the stuff I didn't like about it, it just gets worse and worse. I think my favorite part of Tears of the Kingdom was the beginning. Like, when I finally got the game, just seeing, like, the Sky Islands and finding, like, the bomb flowers, I was so excited. I did see Ocarina of Time, and I did clap. Or, like, the first time the Shadow Hands appeared, holy shit, that was really good. But then I got to the supposedly better dungeons, and it's like, bruh, 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 bruh. This is just a divine beast, but slightly different. I mean, it's still a really well-made game. It's not like a big, complete pile of shit. The water temple was not better than any divine beast. I disagree. It's the water temple specifically. The fire temple was, yes. I actually enjoyed the fire temple, which is funny because I see a lot of people hated that dungeon. Also, I stumbled on the fire temple completely by accident, which was funny. I'll never forget the rage when I went all the way up to the water temple only to realize I had to leave because I didn't have goofy-ass Sidon with me. So much for freedom in Numa. The water temple was a sham. That place is an absolute sham. I don't know how the biggest Tears of the Kingdom defenders can defend that one. That place sucks. That was an actual joke. Yeah, I really liked the underground. When I first got to the depths, it was super exciting. Especially since nobody was really focusing on it, so I was like, ooh, I get to scope it out and not see any spoilers. But then you realize that the depths is just the same repeated stuff, just like the Sky Islands. Like, it was really exciting and fun at first, and then it starts to dawn on you that it's just the same shit. Also, I think having the memories out of order again is just baffling choice for game development. Like, I saw some comments that were like, oh, well, you get to see Sonia being dead, and so that brings a sense of dread. And it's like, I already knew she was gonna die. Like, who didn't know that she was gonna be dead? Like, it was a billion years ago. That was not a surprise at all. Oh no, character that had like 2 lines dies. What a shame. Let me pour one out for a character that had 2 lines. I mean, I didn't like, the Divine Beasts were not great, but I didn't hate them. Did my game just freeze? Okay. A little bit scary there. Like, the Divine Beasts were the most, like, the fact that they just repeated this, a very similar dungeon aesthetic 4 times. I had fun with them. I don't know why everybody is like, actually, the Divine Beasts are the worst thing that's ever been invented. Like, where did that come from? Like, yeah, they're repetitive, and I'd say the camel is the worst one, but I don't know. I mean, they're essentially the same thing. It's just a go and turn a thing to turn on a generator, just like the divine beasts. Yes, we are still talking about tears. That's funny. Understandable. Yeah, it's like so many choices in Tears of the Kingdom just drive me insane. The lack of divine beasts, just hand waving that shit away, and just to be like, oh, they disappeared when they weren't needed anymore. And like, they spent 6 years on that game and cooked up that dog shit story. Secret Stone, Demon King, the Imprisoning War. I retweeted that. I did see that. All of Pogo's music is weirdly compressed. That song sounds like a nightmare, by the way. I listened to that, it was in disbelief. Yeah, I gotta look for the blue. I just think Breath of the Wild is better. Like, Breath of the Wild was one of those games that I originally didn't even buy. I watched a few people play it. And when I was just playing through the game, it just felt like I knew I was playing, like, a genre-defining game. It just felt special in a way that Tears just didn't. And all the inconsistencies of, like, characters not remembering you, and it just really shows that they just don't care. They just don't care. That we care more about Zelda lore than the developers do. Ocarina, Majora, Breath of the Wild, Twilight, Skyward, Minish Cap. That's a fair list. Ocarina is my favorite. Mine would be Ocarina and then Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I mean, I think Tears fell off, for sure. I think a lot of people are in the same boat I am, where it's like, everybody was high on it, and then it started reevaluating it after the game came out. I've not played every Zelda game. I need to play Wind Waker. I have not played Skyward Sword. If Skyward Sword for the Switch comes down to a good price, I'll buy it. Ocarina is just an amazing video game to me. Like, the amount of atmosphere and the cool-ass dungeons in that game, all in a Nintendo 64 game, like, that's insane. What an impressive video game. I don't know, maybe 30 bucks, Justin? I mean, Breath of the Wild and Tears definitely stutter a lot on the Switch, too. Yeah, I agree. Never finished Twilight Princess, because boy howdy is the beginning of that game slow. Goat in. Yeah, I mean, not every game is gonna click. That's totally fine. I love Twilight Princess's aesthetics. It's just the intro of that game is so mind-numbingly slow. It's like, what happened here, guys? The game also has such a bittersweet ending with Midna leaving. Something that Tears lacked. Like, Zelda games always have some sort of bittersweet ending that always hits ya. Not the goofy anime scene of Goat Woman fading away. Aw, Mario 64 rules. I love Mario 64. I mean, I love the DS version, too. Why did they never put Wind Waker Wii U on the Switch? What the frick? I missed a few GameCube games back in the day. I never played Sunshine, which seems very divisive. There doesn't seem to be a Mario game more divisive than Sunshine. You either seem to love it or you hate it. Sometimes I wish you could, like, go back in time and give your kid self a game. I would have loved to known what I thought of the, of those types of games if I had played them as a kid. You don't love the weird, design of, Mallow? Merchant Baby? Sonic 06? I have I don't understand why Sega doesn't re-release Heroes 06 Unleashed. Like, why are they just keeping them in their vault? '06 has some charm to it. I mean, that's a game that a lot of fans have worked on to make a lot better. Less loading screens, designing silver to control better, stuff like that. Hey, if they ever re-release it, Justin. I mean, I even want, like, where's Sonic Advance? Where's Sonic Battle? Yeah, Project 06, that's what it's called. I mean, is there, other than some janky controls and loading time and stuff like that? And of course the story is a bit weird. Some creepy human NPCs. Yeah, they released it way sooner than they were ready to, because Sega wanted the Christmas money. They wanted that Christmas release. Imagine releasing a video game before it's ready. It never happens. Yeah, wasn't Unleashed on the Xbox way better? I seem to feel like there was a few Sonic games like that that just had one definitive better version than some of the other ports. Didn't Sonic Heroes have like a really janky PC port? Oh, that's funny. They had some sort of weird port. Nintendo executives hounded TPCI? No. I don't know how. I would imagine Nintendo's involvement is very minimal. Whoa, where are we going, man? Jelly Boy on the move. Hello. I mean, we really don't know. That's, again, that's the thing about these Japanese companies. We don't really have anybody in the inside leaking any information. We just really don't know the goings on of all of these. I mean, sometimes I guess that happens with Japanese companies, but Nintendo and Game Freak, very rarely I feel like we ever have anybody that tells us about the ongoings. I will truly never understand what people see in Sonic Colors. That game blows ass. Baldy McNosehair. Just keep forcing side-scrolling 2D Sonic into 3D Sonic games. Miserable. Absolutely miserable. Oh boy, just what I want to do in my 3D Sonic game. Do side-scrolling shit with annoying, not cute wisps. Forces was so short. I mean, Pokemon leakers would like you to believe they know everything. People like goooooo certainly would like you to believe that. And not just that they probably are translators and get very minimal info. Yeah, remember when we got Shiny and Amorous in the DLC? And Shiny Spectrier? Yeah, I remember that. Oops. What's up, Prizzle? Remember when leakers said there was going to be like a PK Hex-like feature for competitive? Where do you think that is? What happened to that? What happened to that? In the kids section? Oh man, I remember when... I feel like I remember Burger King having like N64 and stuff in their restaurants. It's funny that people like Centro are still at it, because Centro gets put on blast by like everybody every other week. That guy gets put on blast literally every week. Cloud is a hell of a drug. You played Paper Mario Thousand Year Door in McDonald's? Yeah, that data miner, the guy with the Meltan icon, Justin. On one hand, I feel like people desperate for credit with Pokemon leaks is kind of pitiful because who cares? But at the same time, like when you're constantly just like taking information and framing it as your own, it's also kind of pitiful. There's no winners here. There's no winners with Pokemon leakers. People have to credit me for leaking my monster for in a children's franchise. Yeah, I can agree with that. For data miners, yeah. Didn't he post like a Pogo data mine from like months ago? That's how you know shit is quiet right now, when Pokemon leakers are resorting to posting Pogo stuff, like... Oh boy, Pokemon Day can't come fast enough, huh? What's funny is that I have Mew Shiny and Pogo, but I don't count Pogo Shinies, so... I just don't have it in me. Just don't want to count Pogo stuff. I mean, I'm not... Of course, if you want to count them, that's... You do you, but... I have Shiny Mew and I don't have Shiny Mew. Paradoxical Shiny Mew. It's funny that nobody ever has the conversations about how Niantic is charging money for tickets for shiny mythicals. Like, I don't think it's a coincidence that most shiny mythicals have come from Pogo lately. We will keep it shiny locked in the game, but we want you to pay us $15. And then you have to do the most grueling, excruciating tasks of all time to get it. Well, just always take anything any Pokemon leaker says with a grain of salt. Visa sponsorship from a local legendary. The way they handle Pogo transfers is so weird. It's almost like they just want you to it's like discouraging. It's purposely discouraging. Why? But why? Do Temtem haters even exist? Who even played that game? I mean, who knows when we'll ever get shiny Pecharunt? Yeah, I was interested in maybe purchasing Temtem when that came out, but it was 30 bucks. I don't know. I mean, that's not a lot. That is not a lot. Maybe I'll have to look into, like, Cassette Beast. Maybe something like that would be interesting. Did Game Pass exist back then? Temtem was a while ago? I don't even remember what year. So you never actually played Temtem then? Was it online only? Are you serious? Ugh, that's such a killer. I can't think of a bigger way to deflate excitement for something than having it being online only. You think Gen 8 is the worst gen of Pokemon? I won't argue with you. Been kind of weird seeing people gas up Sword and Shield on occasion. Like, I'll defend Crown Tundra. I think Crown Tundra's great, but the base game? That linear, boring ass... No thanks. Once they close servers, the game is gone. Ah, that sucks. That's so anti-consumer. I saw a TikTok of a woman who was posting remember that Kim Kardashian mobile game from ye olden times? And she had put so many hours and had all these things in there, and they're shutting that game down, so that just sucks, dude. I felt bad for that poor woman. Like, that just sucks. You put all this time and effort into a game and they can just pull the plug. And it's just over. Just super duper unfortunate every time that happens. It's like, oh boy. Yeah, a lot of those mobile games or live service games barely last at all. Blink and you miss it. You look upon Gen 8 higher than I do. If I was tiering base game Sword and Shield, that would be very low on my list. Nothing burger story, nothing burger characters, a lot of ugly dud Pokemon. Bland, uninteresting region. That one moment where Pierce sings and you just hear the squeak of his shoes. Or Zacian and Zamazenta turning in place. Oh hey, it's for Uniclus. What's up, man? Sorry, you just missed it. I think you're right, Big Cacturn. I think there was a lot of cut content in Gen 8. I always bring back that one. Remember in the early part of the game, there's a far off, like, power plant, factory looking location. And there, I swear to God, there's like a trail. As if you were gonna go over there at one point in the game. I always think that's such a weird moment. Like, Sonia even points it out to you. And it's like, what is this? It looks like they even had like they modeled a trail as if you were gonna go over there. Yeah, there was a bird. There was a bird Pokemon out there, yeah. That moment is so weird to me. I think about that all the time. It's like, that definitely was some sort of content that got cut. The game is just Sword and Shield is so linear. Just the most bland routes of all time. I mean, it was also their first big... I mean, of course they made Let's Go, but... It was their first big game on the Switch, and... I think they really struggled. But yeah, that one part of the game where Sonia talks to you and points out, like, a factory... I honestly think it had to do with Chairman Rose. That is such a lame-ass trope. His main character trait is that he gets lost. Oh no, if only the modern day didn't have these things called cell phones. It's like characters whose main traits are like eating. Like, this sucks, dude. Yeah, something with Chairman Rose and the power plant and Eternatus. Definitely. There's something there, I'm telling you. I'm putting my tinfoil hat on and I'm telling you there is something that was cut there. Yeah, it's like the Game Freak team went to Hawaii and that was their big takeaway. Malasadas. Good. I mean, I feel like Gen 7 does feel very Hawaiian. More than this game feels like Spain. But... Yay, I love food character. Hilarious. I'm surprised they didn't make Hao overweight, because that usually those tropes go hand in hand. Like Hunk from Voltron. Good lord. Cartoon shit. I mean, that's how tropey it feels. That's a very, like, used trope in a lot of cartoons. It feels like they didn't know how to convey... Also, you mean how, Tyler. That's funny. You meant to say how, but you said hop. Ugh. Same character. Can this blizzard stop? I don't like weather in this game. I mean, they are very eerily similar. Both have an older family figure that is a successful trainer that they have to live up to. They're both kind of similar looking. They both have 3-letter H names. Fat character's personality is eating. It's amazing how much that comes back. Like, even today. Like I said, like Hunk from Voltron. It's like, what is this? God, Voltron sucks so bad. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna be curious if Gen 10 will have an actual evil team and not just... We were bullied, you guys. I mean, Zelda's sacrifice to turn into a dragon didn't even mean anything because they just immediately undid it at the end of the game with no explanation, so... Even that didn't end up mattering. Bro, I cried when Link got Zelda's hand. I don't hate Hop. That character catches a lot of heat. And I don't think it's all fully earned. I mean, Hop had more of a character than Marnie did. I mean, the game has been out for a very long time. Like... I don't know what to tell you. Team Yell is so insane to me. What were they cooking? That's a great question. What were they thinking? What were they thinking? It's like they had to have a team as a contractual obligation. Like, in order to ship the game, they had to have a, contractual obligation to have a team in there, even though it was just two weirdos in one cavernous hallway into that joke of a city. Team Yell or Team Star, chat? Who you got? Who you got? Team Yell or Team Star, chat? Which one? Rose's goons. I agree. I mean, they are like Team Macrocosmos, but does anybody really remember that? No. Team Yell. Uses cages. How very Pal World. I just, like, Team Yell was so nothing, but Team Star, they tried to do the, bullying is bad, actually. And I just feel like it just flopped. Like, I like Penny, but the rest of Team Star kind of stinks. I'm not gonna lie, like... I understand why nobody liked these people, TBH, except for maybe Atticus. You know what? I understand why people hate Atticus, because that guy is a fraud. Selling ugly helmets for millions of Poke dollars. I mean, they tried to, I feel like Rose almost was their attempt at, like, a no team. Because you have, like, the Macrocosmos people, but those are just his employees. If you have a very rich boss, like... I feel like those people, wouldn't get jail time, you know? They're just doing what boss says. They're not... evil. They probably don't even know what he's doing. I think Volo worked. I think Volo was unique. Especially since that was Pokemon's try at a twist villain. I feel like for what they went for, that it worked. Yeah, Team Skull was where they peaked. After Team Skull, it was actually over. After Team Skull, no way. Going from Team Skull to Team Yell is quite possibly the biggest downgrade of all time. Volo being like a big Arceus follower too feels weirdly realistic. The guy is just like a Arceus religious fanatic, like that might be the most fitting villain, realistic villain they've ever done. Villains are hard to rate. It's not easy. And then it's like, do you write a completely unsympathetic evil bastard villain, or do you write like a Zuko or, you know, those types of villains that you or like a Killmonger where you understand where they're coming from and sometimes they get redeemed. That John gif is so iconic. John Arbuckle, you'll always be famous. I don't know, it doesn't help that a lot of Pokemon villains like Lysander just spout bullshit nonsense. I want to make the world more beautiful. Oh, dog, what does that mean? What does that mean exactly? Yeah, it's Lysander and Rose. No, I 100% agree. Yeah, Disney is doing the grandma's depression. Yeah, but it's like not even satisfying. Also, it's like implied cartoon violence. It's not like we actually see Lysander's body or anything. He just kind of poofs. I don't know, like what does that have to do with France? They should have made like Napoleon or something, dude. I have to make the world more beautiful. Like what does that mean? Why does Game Freak write so many flowery, weird bullshit characters that like Cyrus too? It's just like what do you mean? What do you mean? GIF is how the guy said you should say it. I've always just said GIF. I'm not saying GIF. Gift me a break. What's up, cat? We are talking about Pokemon villains. Cyrus is supposed to be 25. In no reality is that guy 25. Please. I, like, actually refuse to believe that. Yeah, a mad scientist would be perfect. Kind of like, maybe like a little bit of Lusamine with some other vibes thrown in there. I mean, the professor battle was cool, but they're not really villains. They give you plenty of warning that they're going to go beep boop haywire. child abusers, Lucamine and Getsus. I mean, hey, that's true evil villainry for ya. Villainy. I can't talk. Yeah, like, you already have, like, Pokemaniacs. Why don't you take one of those and just expand on it? I mean, the thing about Lucamine is that she went crazy because her husband disappeared. He went to the bean dimension. Always thinking it's so funny that you could just go visit him anytime and get some beans. Way to kind of weirdly gash your own story. And then don't talk to me about what happened with Lucamine in Sun and Moon 2. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Like, besides maybe Faba, the Aether Foundation, like, to me, it always seemed like they were doing good work, and then Lucamine just started slowly losing it. Oh yeah, Getsus, see, that's why Getsus is another good villain, because Getsus just wanted power. It's like why I love Giovanni. You know, just classic characters that just want power. And they'll do anything to get it. Oh, it has a mark? Nice, Justin. You had to get me to remember Faba. I would have never been able to. Faba and Wick. Sociable. Ah. The classic sociable mark. They should make the Pokemon Joker. Hits him with coughing gas. Yeah, Getsus physically pushed or hit Lily in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That was crazy. I liked the ending of Sun and Moon when Lily stood up for herself and told her mother what's up, and then says, like, she didn't just sweep it under the rug. I was so scared that that's what they were gonna do, but Lily got to have her moment, and I always liked that. Yeah, and then Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon just ruined it all. I liked that Team Skull was, like, secretly working for her, too. Like, Guzma being her lackey is kind of spicy. Like, there was some drama there. That's why I think the Pokemon story in this game, especially with, like, Kieran, is so fun, because it's got perfect character drama. Sun and Moon ended with Lily bringing her mom to Kanto to look for a cure. What cure are we talking about exactly? Nihilego poisoning? Mental illness? Is Nihilego a metaphor for mental illness? Mental illness when my husband goes to the bean realm and starts selling beans. Thinking about them beans. Always thinking about them beans. Yeah, it's crazy that Let's Go came right after that and Lily was not in that game. Like, even as, like, a cameo. Yami Yugi gonna send him to the bean dimension. The bean realm. I agree, Big Cacturn, and I've never been Plasma's biggest fans. I honestly have confused them a lot with Galactic because they both have, like, white outfits. I really wish they had a different aesthetic. I don't personally love the team's aesthetic. Like, I like the angle of them thinking they're doing good. Because, you know, blah blah blah, hell paid with good intentions, blah blah blah. Like, they think they're doing well for Pokemon rights. But then they're all dressed like goobers. I mean, this is an evil team in America. They didn't even... We don't have knights, dude. It would have been more appropriate in Sword and Shield. You're right. I guess some of them believed in the message and some of them didn't. You are right. They did immediately start beating a Muna. Which honestly, that feels like that trope where it's like, here's a Marvel villain that is right, but they have to blow up a bus of innocent orphans and puppies to make sure that you want them to lose. I firmly believe in no such Pokemon timeline. Timeline stuff is a bunch of bullshit. I disregard any of it. I don't need to have a Marvel MCU Zelda timeline for things like Sonic or Pokemon. That's... no thanks. I mean, some of the sages were, remorseful. Maybe not Zinzolin. Everybody's favorite sage, Zinzolin. I mean, when has Pokemon ever confirmed a timeline? That hasn't just been, like, fan theories. Actually, Red and Blue takes place before Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And, Let's Go happens after Generation 9. God, who cares? Timelines make me want to go insane. It's like Ian Flynn constantly tweeting, like, Sonic Advance takes place before Sonic Forces. MCUification of things that don't need timelines. Ash's universe is a separate universe from the movie Ash's. I look at all these games as just self-contained. Like, of course, things like Sun and Moon have Grimsley. What happened They don't bring cameo characters back anymore. We got like Ingo and PLA and that's it. I mean, are the anime and games separate? What about Ash Greninja? I saw Ash Greninja and I clapped. Sometimes these guys look blue, I swear. But they're not. Whoa! Loop loop. Battle loop. Ash stands are so funny. Need to have more merchandise of Ash. Why? He's done, dude. Hashtag bring back Ash Ketchum. I will not watch the new anime unless it has Ash Ketchum. Why? Ash is not even that likable. I mean, I like Ash, but... What? What does that mean? Confirm that there is a revision of Scarlet and Violet with the expansion release. What does that mean? Whoa, I got the Jelly Boys pulling up. No, why? Why? Do, 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 do. Ba, 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 ba. I mean, honestly, Zelda started all the timeline unfun bullshit. Fans care way more about that stuff than creators, typically. Unless you're Ian Flynn. Big for game preservation? Well, that's good. Yeah, you gotta use anime battle logic a lot. Like Ash's Pikachu losing to a level 5 Snivy, stuff like that. Stuff that really never makes any sense. Well, Satoshi is the name of the creator of Pokemon. Satoshi Tajiri? So that's why Ash is named Satoshi. But why they called him Ash Ketchum? I don't know. Ketchum, obviously. Ketchum. It's a joke. I mean, there are a few pop culture characters named Ash. I've never met an Ash in real life. I guess maybe you meet somebody named Ashley who goes by Ash. Misty's name in Japanese is Kazumi, I think? Misty just fits so well. I don't know. Ash Ketchum. Do not disturb the harmony of fire, ice, or lightning. I don't know who voiced Lawrence the Third or whatever his name is, but imagine if all those early animated movies that came out in the movie theaters had celebrity voice actors instead of the main dubbing cast. I'm surprised they didn't do that back then. Jeez, these fellas can be kind of fast. I mean, Pikachu does love ketchup. You might be onto something. Pikachu is a ketchup stan, and I appreciate him for that. Pikachu knows what's up. Togepi voice. Why they have all the... They should have it separate from the dub and the sub version. The movie 2000. It's such a time capsule, dude. I mean, don't most people like ketchup? I know there are some ketchup haters out there like Tyler, but it's not like I eat like I'm not eating steak with ketchup or anything, but I do enjoy it. I'd never understand ketchup haters, same. Your dad hates it, but he loves... Oh, Tyler loves ketchup chips, dude. Ketchup chips are vile, chat. Don't let the Canadians in chat sway you. Ketchup chips taste like butt. They taste like sludge. Don't eat. Don't believe the Canadians' lies. They're terrible. Pickle chips. I don't know if I've had a lot of pickle chips. I'm not a big chip person, in all honesty. I like things like Doritos and tortilla chips and stuff like that, but not the biggest chips person. Pickle Doritos. You guys are just making shit up at this point. You guys are just, you're all just gaslighting me. I see what's happening. Lay's made maple mousse chips. I've never seen a more Canadian thing in my entire life. That's the most Canadian thing I've ever... Lay's maple mousse chips. What does mousse mean in that? Maple mousse chips discontinued. That's insane. What is that billboard of that guy just eating a bag of chips? What is that? Huh? Now that'll sell people. Just a Joe Schmo guy eating some chips. Man, I'm not having any shiny luck right now. That's crazy. I guess I blew it all on my 2 tentacles. Ketchup can be too sweet for you. I know a lot of people don't like overly sweet stuff. I watch a Disney Universal vlogger, and both she and her husband don't like sweet stuff. I don't mind sweet stuff, but like, I guess sometimes it can be too much. Here's the ultimate question, chat. Do you like ketchup warm or cold? If you're gonna put ketchup on something, do you want it to be cold AF or room temperature or warm? I mean, like, if you're going to like a diner and they have ketchup at the table and it's just room temperature. I like cold. Like, cold ketchup on like some hot fries, delicious. No, I should have just said room temp. Like, you know, you go to a diner and they have some ketchup in the little thing on the table with all the like packets of sugar and stuff. And then you have to shake the life out of it because it doesn't want to come out anymore. I find a lot of random shinies in this game, but I have the charm, so they're not full odds. I keep seeing they're like doing like ketchup and mayo or ketchup and sriracha. Mayo chup. Hand. I saw Burt's Bees is coming out with like ranch and buffalo flavored chapsticks, and it's like, why? Why this? Why? Why this? Ooh, Furfrou Shiny's awesome. I miss Furfrou. Hot bowl of ketchup. I don't like regular mayo, but something like QP is okay. I don't like ranch. I've never been a big fan of ranch. I know some people who love to drench their food in ranch. Yeah, I miss Furfrou, legitimately. That's a shiny I'm gonna have to wait a while to get. Moose drumsticks. That would be a humongous amount of meat. My god. You could use that as like a weapon. Kill a moose. That seems like no easy task. It's spelled K-E-U... Q-P. Q-Pie. K-E-W-P-I-E. Samake, thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. UP. Barbecue sauce is the best. That's the best. Yeah, it has a baby on it. Have I caught Meloetta? No, I really don't care to catch it. If it's not shiny, I'm not interested. Never bothered with Keldeo in Sword and Shield either. Yeah, it's definitely a deep cut. The Meloetta stuff is a deep cut. But it's also, I don't know, it's not a mythical I like very much. Maybe if I liked Meloetta more, I would care to do it, but... Pecharunt. Good old Pecharunt. Look, chat, no matter what Gen 5 game they make, if Victini is still shiny locked, I will be so sad. Talk about that's a Gen 5 mythical I would love to get shiny. I mean, I love plenty of feminine Pokemon. Meloetta is just not one of my favorites. Neither is Keldeo. Keldeo, in fact, might be my least favorite, next to Zarude. Gen 5 did have a lot of mythicals. This is true. But the best one, Victini, I would love to get shiny. Shout out to Victini. I would love to get Deoxys. I retweeted some nice fan art of shiny Deoxys, and it's like, man. I had a... Did Deoxys' event, is it just... Deoxys came out over here, right? So it's not like Mew where you have to have a Japanese copy because they never released that event over here, but... When I was catching a few shinies in raids and Shield the other day, somebody brought a shiny Jirachi. It's like, I wonder where they got that from. I mean, who knows? Maybe it is legit. Maybe it is wrong of me to assume that it is just a bot gen Jirachi. Maybe I am wrong. I don't know. had people who hunted it on the Coliseum bonus disc. You know what's crazy is that I have that bonus disc. So you're saying there's a chance. Shout out to my friend that gave me their bonus disc from Coliseum when I was in, like, elementary school. I have a Elgato capture card in my motherboard, but you can get an external one, too. And then I just use OBS. I would have to do some research about the Coliseum bonus disc. It truthfully sounds pretty miserable. And I'm not sure how interesting it would be. It's sometimes pretty tough to tell what people would be interested in watching and what would not be. You would need a capture card. Did you ever play Coliseum and finish it, Tyler? Well, we just had the DLC come out, and we just had the Pecharunt chapter. I'm sure that will stop soon. People will grow bored of this game and move on, which that's just how it be, you know? You got walled by the final boss. Let's do the run back. Well, chat, I don't think this jelly boy wants to be difficult, but I did get 2 good shinies today. Got my boy Tentacool and another Tentacool, which re-evolved into a Tentacruel. So that's good. Now I'm up to 670 shinies, chat. Working towards 700. Why do I want to play, like, Let's Go again? What have I done? There's still... I mean, there's some BDSP shinies in here I could rev up too, like Ladybug, because where else am I going to get Ladybug? I need Farfetch'd, Spearow, Fearow. But next week, I am going to be trying out Pokemon Conquest, so that'll be fun. But it's a long game, so I'll probably pepper in some shiny hunting streams in there just to... You know, I don't know how many people will be interested in Conquest. We'll see. But I'm excited to try it out. And thank you all for watching, for hanging out tonight. Thanks for all the follows and the raid. I appreciate it. Blah, blah, blah. Discord, blah, blah, blah. YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube viewers. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you guys next week for some more shiny hunting and Pokemon Conquest. Good night, everybody. Bye.